Alright, what's going on guys, Crimson here. So this video is actually a little bit special to me because, as we all know, the 9.3R is like one of the worst guns in the game by far. The FAMAS has kind of came back from its spot at being one of the worst guns as well, but the 9.3R is just laughable about how bad it is. I noticed, honestly, it probably did better when it first came out than it did now. Maybe that's because when it first came out, players weren't as skilled at the game, so it was just easier to hit shots. But I personally take weapon balancing very serious, and I'm trying to learn at least every weapon in the game to be like semi-proficient with it and just to understand how the guns play when I play against them as well. So I'm gonna list off a couple issues that I noticed wrong with the 9.3R. It has low bullet velocity, the screen kicks a lot when you shoot the gun, pretty much takes the entire clip to kill an enemy, but you literally have to hit every bullet in that burst. So if you even miss one bullet, your time to kill is going down drastically and could leave you leaving enemies to like 1 to 10 HP, which can lead you to dying, by the way. And I had also noticed too, when you shoot the gun too much, the recoil has a harder time recovering. So it kind of like gets stuck bouncing back and forth, and also makes it a little harder to hit shots because not only is your screen shaking, your gun's also shaking, so it's kind of like throwing your aim off a little bit. Okay, so this is the comparison with the V9S shooting it. It kind of does kick up your screen when shooting, but it's very minimal. It's kind of even hard to tell. I honestly thought it didn't have any screen bounce when you shot the gun. Compared to 9.3R, it's like very violent. It's a lot more noticeable, especially because it kicks with 3 bullets. It's like they just took the V9S recoil kick and added it for each bullet. So now it's just like a massive screen jump, and you can tell when your recoil resets because your whole screen pretty much like falls to the ground. And your screen kind of shakes to the recoil burst. In motion, it's a little hard to tell, but it is noticeable. Now, Embark has tried multiple times to fix this gun. I will throw up the patch notes on screen and reference them throughout this video, so it will most likely show up throughout the video or just whenever I put it on there, so just keep that in mind. I'll currently read out the dev note. I believe for one of the most recent patches of the 9.3R, I think it's only been updated twice. Embark states that to increase the viability of the 9.3R, we've made it considerably more precise, but lowered the DPS slightly to offset that. Our aim is to make the weapon more effective when using precise aim and going for headshots, and we'll continue to monitor its performance through these following changes. And I will throw the rest of the patch note on screen, because this is when they decreased the fire rate from 260 to 210, which I honestly thought the 9.3R was a little bit better when it had that increased fire rate. I thought that was a step in the right direction, but Embark doesn't want that for this gun. I'm assuming because it'd be too much like the V9S. Then they also decreased the automatic recoil recovery, so I'm pretty sure that's after you shoot the burst. It's how long it takes for your gun to recenter. And they've also increased the damage fall off start distance and the max damage fall off distance, so that's pretty much allowing you to do the max amount of damage the gun can do at longer ranges. Bullet fall off will definitely hinder this gun too, since you have to hit 3 bullets as well as do enough damage to kill. So this gun's really not good at far ranges, and it's really not good at close ranges either, just due to how slow it is and how accurate you have to be in those close ranges. And then for some reason they decreased the damage fall off multiplier at max ranges, so it does less damage at longer ranges. So they made it do its max damage at longer ranges, but now it will do less damage at longer ranges. So what was it feels like to me it did nothing. I don't know how truly that works, but to me, if you're making a gun do more damage at a longer range but then decreasing how much that maximum damage isn't that just defeating the purpose? So now you're just doing less damage at longer ranges, but a higher, less amount of damage than before. I don't know how really that works, but that's just how it seems to me. And then as well, Embark had also made the gun slightly more accurate by just tightening up the burst within aiming down sights and hip firing, and decrease the horizontal recoil, which they claim it makes it easier to control and more precise, but it's really not more precise because the bullets don't hit the target. I think all Embark really needs to do, I've been saying this for a while, just make it faster and just make the bullets fly out faster so it hits the target. Because like with the FAMAS, Sure, it's still a burst weapon, but I have an easier time hitting all my bursts on the FAMAS. I know they did decrease the recoil on a lot, but I'm pretty sure the FAMAS has better bullet velocity. This game really doesn't, I haven't noticed anything with bullet velocity in this game in terms of balancing. They never really talk about it, and I don't think there's a stat for it, but you know, every game needs bullet velocity, so there's probably a hidden stat in there. They just never really change it. But just using this gun though is just really not enjoyable. I know there's a couple people out there who are really good at it and you might die to it sometimes, but honestly, the only time I've really died to the 9.3R is if I'm like out of ammo and I'm having to run away or I'm already halfway damaged and then they just get the easy kill on me. But even if people are shooting at you, you could be standing still and they're probably gonna miss and they're just doing like no damage, so you could easily just turn around and kill them. Honestly, like the gun is really not that good. And I understand they're trying to make like the F car in a sense where you're rewarded for high accuracy, which is, you know, a good thing to have. Like the LH1 is like that, for example. If you're really good at hitting your shots and following up on those shots, you're going to be rewarded. But I don't know why they want it specifically on headshots, because heads really aren't that big in this game. And since, once again, your bullets don't really travel as fast as they need to, and it's still hard to hit the 3 bullets to hit the head, it's just really not that rewarding. And also because of the gun jump and the screen shake, it also makes it harder to hit in the head. So if really Embark doesn't want to take my changes, I would just recommend giving it a red dot. Perfect example for me would be the slimline dot from Modern Warfare 2 and 3. If you guys had played Modern Warfare 2 or 3 and you've played the 9.3R equivalent, the Beretta in competitive or just in general in the game, it's like the best sight for the gun, and it would just help with better target acquisition, just like the F car. The F car is really good with that target acquisition because of that holographic sight on there. So just to make it more in line with their vision of making like the F car in a sense, high risk, high reward, just give it that red dot. I think that Embark is probably gonna run into these issues a lot when they release new weapons, that it's just gonna not be as good as its counterparts. Like honestly, there's no point in using the 9.3R. You might as well use the V9S, because not only does it shoot faster, it's more accurate, and I'm pretty sure it does more damage, and it might take like your whole clip as well to kill an enemy, but you reload faster and it's just a way better gun. I know Embark is trying to be different, but I feel like they should maybe see how this gun plays in other games, because in Call of Duty there's really never an issue with this gun. It's usually considered broken. Granted, in other games, the time to kill is way faster than in the finals, so you really just don't notice a difference between, say, the semi-automatic. It's actually usually better, since you're getting more bullets on a target with the burst compared to just single fire. But in the finals, since just how the game is so dynamic and how it works, it's just really not that plausible. Or even better, I think if Embark could do this, I don't know if they ever will, but if they just make it Akimbo, it might make it a little overpowered, don't get me wrong, but I think Akimbo, I would rather have it be Akimbo and be as bad as it is compared to a single handgun, because at least with Akimbo, I would understand, oh yeah, it's going to be inaccurate. It might not be that good because it's 2 pistols shooting at the hip. But I think that might be fun. Akimbo burst pistols? I don't know if Embark can even do that, if that's even possible. I don't know how much work that would be with coding, but that'd be really cool. Embark, do that. Akimbo 9.3Rs. But for those of you who really want to try the 9.3R, just become a 9.3R main because you just like suffering like that, I would recommend approaching situations differently than you would with every other gun in the game. So every gun in the game on light class is usually good for solo play. You can kind of just run in there and just kill an enemy one-on-one. I really would recommend just kind of sticking back and just kind of baiting the enemy, just like double team the enemy with your teammate. That'll be like your best bet, or you start lighting them up for your teammate, because it does good with like getting them down low, but it's not good at finishing them. So if your teammate can finish them off, or you can finish off the enemy for your teammate, that would be a really good option, I feel like. Which is hard for most players, because most lights, I know you want to get up into action, get those quick flashy kills, but at the end of the day, sometimes as light, you really just got to stick back and like bait off your team and play off your team, and that's like the best way to go about your situations. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think should be done to the 9.3R, your opinions on 9.3R. Did you like it when it first came out? Did you like it now? And what would you change to it, honestly? Just think outside the box. If you had to make it just like, if you had to even make it like another game's gun, go ahead, just honestly leave anything. Let me know down in the comments as well if there's any other gun you want me to talk about, what I should change about it, what I think about it. You know, I think I'm open to discussing different types of guns in the finals, and its potential. As well, I will be posting more FPL League videos in the future. I've been working on them. I'm really behind because I can't download any VODs, so if you guys also have any suggestions on how to download just YouTube VODs or Twitch VODs, just please let me know because I'm struggling right now and I really can't download them and it's really putting me behind. Anyway guys, that's it for me. Remember, always bet on Crimson, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Sit in the back, ayy, bitches all on my lap. They say, Billy Dan's so cold, I'm so chilly, yeah, my neck froze. Yeah, I'm gonna kill it, I'm thinking I'm like, oh, yeah. You think it's a joke, your girlfriend just text me, she on the way over. Bend that bitch over, fucking the road, but call it a night, wake up and start over. Ayy, shit's so wavy.